missed. I'm wondering if that's gonna be it then. Probably. Bugger. And the legs. I never even remembered, to be fair. Oh yeah. Can't believe that's what I missed. Oh, oh! Looks like someone or something or someone has been dragged through this shed. This looks like human waste. A couple of days old at most.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from their barracks prison recently. Were they in the shed? There we go. Finally. Notes. Thank God. All gone. No more to talk to. Good stuff. Alright, I'm ready. I just wanted to get the notes cleared away. You know, well... I remembered. I never even noticed them last time. I think that's the worst part. Yeah, it was just something I never even paid attention to. Game saved and fingers crossed. Because it is time to do this once and for all.
Investigator, are you our savior as well?
That's what I'm hoping.
Is paradise worth saving?
I would say so. Be ready to start the trial that will determine the fate of the Syndicate? Have you found facts and crafted a truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Loved Eyes. We shall examine your case files and cast a light upon the shadowy recesses where truth lies.
The truth will open.
Are you ready to begin the trials, Lady Loved Eyes? This is the point of no return. Ensure that you are happy with your evidence and reasoning. There is no going back.
Lady Loved Eyes.
Are you sure? Point no return. Penalty for anyone you convict of any crime will be death, as dictated by Syndicate law. Please be sure.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
I need a drink. Please wait away and assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. The trials begin. Paradise hangs in the balance. Bum bum bum. Ooh. Let me explain how we shall uncover truths and lies. We will hold a trial for each case file logged in Starlight.
Your truth.
You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. I am an impartial tool of justice. I shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. So, can you break alibis? Can you put the suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that justice is carried out. I'm not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. I need the truth. We will find the suspect responsible for each crime.
The door to truth will open.
Let's go! Anyone found guilty will be executed. This is a crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to infect Perfect 25 with their criminality. You will do the execution, the investigation freak will execute justice. Be confident about who you accuse. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? I'm confident. Oh god.
That's weird.
Judge? The island is ending. Our home shatters before us.
I am the leader.
This farce has gone on long enough. It's time to move on to the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiated the shutdown. The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false leads.
This is nonsense.
You have until the end of the island to do your trial. The truth in it may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. I'm doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting. You can't do that.
Test me.
Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials? You don't have much time, Loved Eyes. White smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You'll have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case file. Make it count. So the rest of the Syndicate are in agreement. It's time to move on and execute Henry. Fuck you. You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
Crime is repulsive.
Let's breathe life back into paradise. You are authorized to once again wield your service weapon. Take hold of a chamber full of justice. Use it at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement with this heinous crime carries the sentence of death.
How dare you?
Judge, this is severe. This is a crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is a heresy against the gods and an atrocity against the Syndicate. Or do you disagree? I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. It's been a while since I executed justice.
Journey into truth and justice begins.
Indeed it does. Love dies his gun for executing the guilty. You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. Return to the stand when you are ready to talk. I'll talk to everybody first. Crimson, hope you know what you're doing, lady. You better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning. Doctor? Love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get... conjugal visits? Sorry, Doc, the punishment for this crime is going to make that difficult. Henry, this is a formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. Lydia, Sam? Hey, LD, we're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out at trial, guys. No promises. Witness? Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it? The Reckoning. The future of paradise. I hope you make the right choices. So do I. Yuri? Get this over with. We all know who did it. You're wasting my time. Grand Marshal? You better get this right. Henry did it and needs to be executed. Wrap this up. Architect? Investigator, this island is ready to die and a new one started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All of the evidence points to him. Bullshit.
Lady Love dies.
We'll begin the trials. Truth or fact? To Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars, and headed to the council building, murdering the martial guards, traversing the holy seals, and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Is it as the report states, or did something else happen? Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth. State your truth. Consider the facts and find your truth. Who will you accuse of the crime? Oh wow. Ah. Renegate. I like how you can accuse something that's already dead. But yeah, we're accusing Akiko, obviously. Suspect confirmed.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Oh, not the same. I believe this was part of a plan by Akiko. The freak is lying. The Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of prison she put him in.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence, construct a truth. Akiko broke procedure when she went to execute Henry. She shouldn't have gone by herself, she was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity. Is that the best you've got? I thought you were supposed to be the investigation freak. Speculating with nothing to back it up seems like a poor showing for Judge's big hope. He's right, this is speculation and not evidence.
Show me your truth.
Broken bars. The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analysed the bars and found traces of thermite, not demonic residue. Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. Akiko faked that part of his escape. Grand Marshal? Never trust computers, her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic, what does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyse something that Starlight doesn't recognise, and the closest match is thermite. 68.7% thermite. Never trust computers. It's pretty accurate, to be fair. How's it going, Azarath? Thermite is an anti-material weapon and burns at an extremely high temperature.
Crime is repulsive.
Akiko used it to open the prison bars and make it look like Henry escaped. This is a lie. A good truth. Please, let us sample some more.
Show me your truth.
Time frame. Pretty good, has chicken. Nice. I'm not too bad. Just keep my fingers crossed that you know what doesn't happen again. Time frame in Akiko's report doesn't match up. There is no way Henry could have got off the desolation cell, made it to the council building, traversed the holy seals and murdered the council and be found at 12:03. Yeah, doing all of that in the space of 11 minutes. Akiko lied. Grand Marshal, respect the civility of the courthouse. Do you have a proper response? She's making that up. The freak is making me out to be a liar. She cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all of the seals, murder the council, and exit the building by 12:03? He's got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here isn't good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up.
Show me your truth.
Inhibitors. Henry was dosed up with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct?
I'm a professional.
Yes, Judge. As it has been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal?
Back off.
The demon inside him tricked us. It waited for the right moment. The inhibitors had never been right, but we didn't know. Doctor?
Strange.
That's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade. There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? This isn't hard evidence, but I am taking it into consideration.
Show me your truth.
Oh yeah, the alibi breakers. I can break Henry's alibi. Henry sounds accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of events? No, the truth is distorted. The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Fuck yeah, this is getting interesting. Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing New Night. He specifically remembers seeing the goddess. She didn't speak to him, he saw the goddess. The only statue of New Night is in the barracks, and a normal citizen can't know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been in the barracks though. That's where detainees are processed when they're arrested. The statue is in the main barracks grounds. Prisoners don't go through there though. Correct, Akiko? When I was arrested on Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance to the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm not answering that, it's classified. Grand Marshal, you'll be found in contempt if you refuse to answer. Fine. Arrested individuals are taken through the main gate and directly down into the holding cells.
Love dies.
Henry could only have seen
Are the facts.
New Night if he went through the tunnel that connects the desolation cell to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to the desolation cell, he'd have had to go through the main barracks. Our barracks grounds though.
Don't test me.
That was 10 years ago. He's lost all of his memories from that incident. The only thing he remembers is New Night last night. This sounds like a stretch, investigator.
Bad feeling about this.
The only way to get to the council building from the desolation cell in the window of time stated is via the front gate of the HQ. The nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. Henry was found with blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested it himself. How else did the blood get inside him? I found this bottle on the rocks below, where Henry was found. It had been used to hold blood. Starlight analysed the blood in it and matched the remains to all of the council members. How did it get there? There are no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took council blood from the scene, placed it in the bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it. Why? To scapegoat him for the crime. They were rushed or sloppy and casually discarded the bottle. Assuming no one would question the lie. The sippy cup of salvation. You can't prove this though. The demonic sigils that cover Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first seal marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and it is not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with its own anger. Did the demon make him draw them? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions, it just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either. I found it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak. How did they get there then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken. Alright, now Akiko. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escaped to 1152. She claims she found him outside the council building at 1203. I called witness as I left the desolation cell to go to the barracks to organise the search for Henry. Can anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The Marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks.
Got it.
However, it's hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call?
Just me.
Akiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed to access them. Witness confirmed he got a call from Akiko.
Paradise feels wrong.
I took Witness's phone and analysed the records at a comms tower. Starlight did some backtracing on the calls and it appears Akiko lied. Uh-oh. The call she made to Witness wasn't from the desolation cell. The comms tower puts her location at the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime.
You're out of your mind.
And what's her language in the House of Justice? She's lying. The little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect.
Paradise feels wrong.
Witness testified that on the call from Akiko, he couldn't hear the desolation cell's distinctive dreadful atmosphere or the ocean.
I have a bad feeling about
That isn't conclusive proof, but it still suggests she wasn't where she claims. The rock of secrecy has been lifted and the truth exposed. The Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken.
Show me your truth.
That's everything. You've proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night are total fantasy. Combined with your evidence, you have created a truth that glints brilliantly in the light shone by the facts. I've considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. There is no jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies and let the blood of truth flow. A truth is revealed, a truth is known. A truth proves Akiko guilty. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved council, you pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now you will be executed and the Marshals will lose their leader. The island sequences will never be the same again. Why did you do it? You said I wouldn't hang for this. I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal? This was never part of the plan, you pompous Tarfa. Who are you talking to? Carmelina, you said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you.
Ravings of the guilty lashing out.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. If you were set up, you can have revenge. You promised to induct my soldiers into the Syndicate if I helped you. Now I'm going to be executed. You used me. You weren't careful enough and now I'm going to die. I faked Henry's escape. I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council building, phone witness and report that I'd found him after the council were dead. Carmelina?
What you want?
She's lying. She's been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her. I took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies? Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file. There's evidence to suggest Carmelina may have been the mastermind of a conspiracy to kill the council. Judgment has passed. Convicted. Your facts have become the truths. Yay! Do I press a button? Yeah, I do. Lady Love dies. While you're in here, you do not have access to the phones you have been using to record your progress. Would you like me to save your progress now? Sure. We'll save your progress before the next trial begins. Hey! Nice. Ba-da-ba. Henry's demonic possession. I have a feeling this is going to be Yuri. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. The area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the Syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodline. For the last 10 years, he has been contained and sedated in the desolation cell with inhibitors. Investigator Starlight has logged Henry's possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the council. Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe there is something there that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved with Henry's possession and the demonic invasion that spelled doom for the island? I mean, yeah, I'm going with Yuri. He doesn't have all that much evidence, but he gave him the book, and he had access to the vault, so, you know, he definitely had plenty of stuff. There we go. Suspect confirmed. Let's tussle.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I believe Yuri pushed Henry down the path to possession.
Don't be snide with me.
I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You've got nothing on me.
Show me your truth.
Demonic book.
Got it.
Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the library vault.
What?
What's that got to do with me? Which book? The Grimoire of Majida. A frightful tome. How did a citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts?
Show me your truth.
Stranger. Henry told me a stranger supplied him with the tome that would lead to his possession. I mean, that doesn't really help. Someone took a shine to him and slipped him restricted text. And you think it was me? You're a joke. I had nothing to do with this. I don't consult with citizens.
Show me your truth.
Paradise feels...
Yuri accessed the vault that contained the books on demonology. I believe Yuri took books on demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. The plan was for him to become possessed. The plan? The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw it. She's just making up stories and you're going along with it.
You got nothing on me.
Exile caused her brain to rot. You're letting the freak fool you with lies, speculation and fiction.
I don't like this.
The plan will become clear in later case files. There is a conspiracy at play, and I need you to trust me. If I get this wrong, you can reverse the conviction. I'll go back to the Idle Lands and Yuri can walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path to the truth is a winding
I
one.
am the leader.
We cannot go on trust. This is not justice. Do not dare to lecture me on justice. I am justice incarnate. The court trusts the investigator.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. I've considered your truths. Okay, yeah.
The court finds Yuri guilty.
Insufferable.
This is unacceptable. Do you know who I am? I've been chosen. I will be on the next council. This freak has taken away my destiny. I will burn the Syndicate to the ground. Oh! Yuri, be quiet. No, I'm the blessed servant of my goddess. I was destined for greatness. I helped you and now I'm going to
We
die.
have achieved perfection.
These are the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. Hey Meowthead, how's it going?
I don't like this.
Is this true, Yuri?
Business isn't of yours.
You promised me a seat on the new council and to retrieve enchanted blue from the real world.
Do your job.
Nonsense.
Don't make me laugh.
I got Henry the books on demonology, sent him down the dark path. The plan needed the island to end. Henry provided the answer. Ay, oi, oi. The truth lies within the conspiracy. Shit. Your facts have become truths. While you're here... Oh, yeah. I will save. Thank you. The murder of Grace Bloodlines. Grace was our chief exorcist and Henry was convicted for her murder, which he allegedly committed during his arrest. One last kiss seems to think she was set up to die. Grace Bloodlines was murdered 10 years ago. I presided over the trial. I saw the sun's light cast the shadows from the terror and leave only truth visible. I mean, I'm here now. You didn't have me on the island 10 years ago. Do those terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of last night? Investigated it at the behest of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last
I have a
Kiss?
bad feeling about this.
The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island.
Those are facts. But
Is
are
that-
they the truth?
Is that so hard to believe, Judge? Can you prove you are who you say you are? Grace Bloodline's unique blood code.
Ah,
One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial, and she confirmed the code independently. It's so nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night? I was murdered 10 years ago. Allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council murderer.
truth is all around you.
It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to it than the official version of events. You suspect her? No. I believe she is a victim in all this. Well done, investigator. You have seen the truth clearly. Paradise gets even more bizarre. The trial continues. Drive us along the highway of truth. Ba-da-ba. The murder. Oh. Obviously. Yeah, the hidden photo. Whoever strangled her was wearing a wedding ring. Right, so, yeah, Carmelina. Let's go!
Crime cannot hide.
I believe Carmelina was the architect of her murder. This is nonsense. You have no evidence.
Show me your truth.
I do, actually. When Henry was arrested, Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested to accompany Grace on the exorcism. This is unusual, as it would place Carmelina in an unnecessary amount of danger. It may be unusual, but it doesn't prove she is the perpetrator.
Is its own
Of
reward.
course it doesn't. The investigator is trying to prove a fantasy. It may have placed me in danger, but the pursuit of knowledge sometimes requires risks.
Show me your truth.
Carmelina message. While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. This message was intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption.
We have achieved
Architect?
perfection.
I have no recollection of this. It sounds like a fabrication.
Show me your truth.
I found a photo of Grace's body that had been excluded from the report. It was hidden on the barracks server. It showed the strangle marks on Grace's neck. Doomjazz took a look at it and suggested that they were done by someone that wore a wedding ring.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Carmelina wore a wedding ring at the time when Grace was killed. I suspect that Carmelina killed Grace when Henry didn't step up and do it for her.
Craft is its own reward.
This is tenuous, isn't it? Anything could have caused that mark, couldn't it? Doctor?
The island is about to end.
It is my firm opinion that this was done by a ring worn on the wedding ring finger. Bruising can contain very detailed
Tell
information.
me what you want.
Preposterous. The doctor would say anything to her pretty face.
I'm a professional.
Back off,
This
architect.
is nonsense.
Leader. We'll see about that. Why would Architect Camilla have killed Grace?
Don't like this.
Yuri gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly being scapegoated for the murder of the council.
Got it.
A dead exorcist means that the demon in Henry would still be around and useful when it came time to pin the blame on someone for last night. When Henry didn't kill Grace Bloodlines, Akiko stepped in and framed Henry, giving him a history of murder. It sounds like a conspiracy, investigator. I believe so, Judge.
It is
Very well.
cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
Absolutely not. This is a farce. Hold your tongue in the halls of justice.
Show me your truth.
I don't have anything else. I have presented a veritable treasure trove of facts. Guilty.
The court finds Carmelina guilty.
Get fucked. Grace Bloodlines was murdered by the hand of the architect. Yay! So this is the truth. Thank you for your work, investigator.
This is nonsense.
What? How dare you?
Do your job.
This is nonsense. This trial is over. Henry will be executed and the freak will be sent back to the Idle Lands. This is my courtroom. I am justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty. You will receive your punishment. The trials continue. I'm waiting for everybody to just get killed. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna go that way. The murder aggress bloodlines. Yay! I would like to save. It's just looking like everybody's gonna end up dead. Ba-da-ba. So who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? The first Holy Seal that protects the Council is made up of two high-ranking God Justice Marshals, fearsome warriors trained to neutralize potential threats to the Council. Who killed them, and how? So last night, the Taloned Hand of Death reached out for the first Holy Seal Guards. They were butchered at their post. Who snatched their life from them? Was it the accused, or is there another truth skulking on the periphery of our knowledge? They were elite marshals and gave their lives guarding our beloved council. How were they killed and why?
When love dies, all that remains.
I will show you the truth. Please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Akiko! Again! She had the damaged blade. That's literally all I'm going off of. There we go. Akiko's sword is battle damaged, it has nicks in it. What was the other ones? The bodies were denied. She was it. Yeah. And also, yeah, the blood mismatch. She's already been convicted. Oof!
Is this a fact or a truth?
The Grand Marshal holds the answers. You're out of your mind. You dare accuse me of murdering my own marshals?
Show me your truth.
Mismatching blood. They're not your marshals. An unexpected glint of truth in the riverbed of mystery. The dead bodies at the first seal aren't marshals. That's a lie. Where are the real marshals? Suspicion
Got it.
is somewhere in the barracks. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? This is a courtroom, keep your language in check. A blood sample from the dead guards doesn't match any records for the marshals. She's lying, her little PDA got it wrong. Did Starlight get it wrong? Is this really the truth?
And is repulsive.
This is the truth, Judge. The blood doesn't match, those bodies are not marshals.